Isn't it? I could say a lot of things about him, but I respect my opponent. It's not for me to talk, it's for you to do all the talking.
No, you not can do. Because you not can do 1 minute.
I don't know. He just didn't do. He didn't snap his jab.
He is a dumbass. That's Anthony Joshua's reaction after watching Jake Paul get knocked out in sparring. Joshua laughed at Paul's lack of skill and poor defense. He knows his experience, timing, and power make him untouchable while Paul flails helplessly. Anthony Joshua made it clear he doesn't expect anything from Jake Paul or his hype. He focuses on handling his own corner and doing what he does best. Joshua's discipline and preparation are on another level. Paul's weak performance in sparring proves he is nowhere near ready. Fans will see that skill, strategy, and experience always trump social media fame.
I just don't expect anything from anyone. People are entitled to talk about sparring. People are entitled to not talk about sparring. I just want to make sure that I handle my own corner. And how I handle my own corner is do go out to fight every night. That the dates are put in front of me.
Lawrence Okoli called out Jake Paul for lacking any real skills. He pointed out that even a knockout in sparring showed Paul is soft and unprepared. Speed, light hands, and athleticism only carry him so far. Anthony Joshua is on another level. Paul's hype cannot survive against true champions. Fans already see the huge gap in experience and power. Every move Joshua makes will expose Paul's deficiencies. Social media fame does nothing when you face real boxing talent.
But bigger head guards, bigger gloves, so stuff like speed and like athleticism plays more of a factor because
Johnny Nelson highlighted that Jake Paul's legs are gone even if he claims the best camp. Anthony Joshua's footwork and timing are flawless, showing how far ahead he is. Paul's fatigue and lack of preparation are obvious. No hype or Instagram clips can hide these weaknesses. Joshua's superior conditioning and ring IQ ensure he will dominate. Fans are already questioning whether Paul can survive the power and precision that Anthony Joshua consistently delivers.
And I said, look, if you're to believe that he had the best training camp, his legs have gone. And if I've got it wrong.
Derek Chisora pointed out that Jake Paul's sparring partners are not pushing him at all. Anthony Joshua operates on another level entirely. Paul is not being challenged, so his weaknesses are magnified. Fans will see Joshua dismantle him easily. Skill, experience, and real sparring exposure make the difference. Paul may look confident online, but inside the ring he is untested and soft. Joshua's dominance is undeniable, and the gap between hype and true ability has never been clearer.
I look at everybody who's got in his sparring camp. I personally don't believe that you can actually, the sparring partners he's got right now, they're pushing him to be menace.
Duke McKenzie made it clear that Jake Paul is not world class. Anthony Joshua's reaction to the KO footage proves he sees the same. Paul's confidence is fake and fragile. Joshua's skill, power, and experience place him leagues above. Fans are watching Paul crumble under scrutiny while Joshua prepares with precision. Every KO in sparring reinforces that Paul is overhyped. Anthony Joshua's focus and technique will make the fight one-sided. Paul's Instagram persona cannot survive the reality of facing a true heavyweight.
I don't think he's world class. He's not really my cup of tea. I mean, I don't look at boxing probably the way you do, or most sort of fans do. I look at it from a...
Derek Chisora believes Jake Paul will face an easy night against Anthony Joshua. Joshua will not hold back and will dismantle Paul without mercy. Every punch showcases why Joshua is on another level. Paul's hype and social media fame mean nothing against experience and power. Fans can already see how exposed Paul is. Joshua's discipline and timing make him untouchable. The leaked KO footage only confirms that Paul is not ready for a fighter of Joshua's caliber, and he will struggle from the first bell.
Easy fight for him. And I think this should be laid to rest, because I don't think AJ's going to go in and try and pat. AJ's going to smoke him.
Joe Rogan highlighted the massive size and reach difference between Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. Joshua uses every inch of his frame to control opponents, keeping the jab and right hand perfectly placed. Jake Paul's lighter frame and lack of experience mean he cannot compete with Joshua's strategy or power. Fans watching the sparring KO can already see the gap. Joshua's timing and precision make him untouchable. Paul may have social media confidence, but it cannot survive against a disciplined, heavy-hitting, and technically superior fighter like Anthony Joshua. The fight will expose Paul's limits brutally.
Paul's 6'1" versus 6'6" Anthony Joshua. Jake weighed in for the Tyson fight at 199. Joshua against Ngannou was 252.
6'6", just not just 6'6", but 6'6", and knows how to use every fucking inch of it. Knows how to keep that stick in your face. He was keep that jab in his face, and that right hand, if it hits you, you're fucked.
Anthony Joshua emphasized that being great is about more than raw power. His fighter spirit, intelligence, and adaptability set him apart. Jake Paul's leaked KO footage shows he cannot handle real strategy or sustained pressure. Joshua can dismantle opponents in multiple ways while Paul struggles with basic defense. Fans see that experience and ring IQ are what truly matter. Joshua's calm, controlled approach exposes weaknesses instantly. Paul is all hype and no substance. Every fight he enters, including against Joshua, will be a clear demonstration that skill, preparation, and fight intelligence outmatch popularity and social media fame.
I'm not dependent on punch power, you know. You know what, it takes a lot more than that to be a great fighter. A lot more than that to be a great fighter, so there's various ways I'll win. I got the fighter spirit, and that's how I'll go in there and break him down.
Frank Warren criticized Jake Paul for making sparring look like a spectacle instead of real preparation. Anthony Joshua sees through this nonsense and focuses on real fight readiness. Paul's attempts to create hype fail against a fighter who trains with discipline and purpose. Fans already saw the leaked KO, confirming Joshua's point. The easiest fight for Paul in media hype is the hardest in reality. Joshua's experience and ring intelligence will dismantle Paul effortlessly. Every amateur mistake and overhyped moment from Paul will be exploited. This fight will not be entertaining for Paul, but a lesson in what true boxing skill looks like.
What do you want to go sparring for? Behind closed doors? Let all the fans see it. Do it in a ring, get paid for it. I mean, it's be the biggest fight ever. Why do you want to do that? That's nonsense. It's stupid, ridiculous. Want to make the fight? That's the easiest fight.
Shannon Briggs mentioned hearing about Jake Paul being dropped in the gym, which is not surprising to Anthony Joshua. Joshua knows that these spills reflect lack of skill and preparation. Fans have seen the leaked KO and understand Paul cannot withstand a real challenge. Joshua's superior technique, timing, and power make him untouchable while Paul struggles even in controlled conditions. Experience and ring intelligence separate champions from hype. The fight will highlight Paul's weaknesses brutally, and Joshua's mastery will dominate every round. Social media fame does nothing when faced with a true heavyweight like Anthony Joshua.
I'm hearing things that he's been dropped in the ring, in the gym and stuff like that. But that's okay too, because I took a couple spills, you know, little slips in the ring, in the gym. That's okay, but we're going to see. This is going to be a good fight.
Eddie Hearn pointed out that Jake Paul slowed down, likely due to the pressure and opposition in the ring. Anthony Joshua sees these weaknesses clearly. Paul's poor performance in sparring exposes him as unprepared and overhyped. Fans watching the footage understand why Joshua is on another level. His conditioning, timing, and experience allow him to control any opponent. Paul cannot compete with real fight intelligence and strategic thinking. Every movement Joshua makes in the ring will punish Paul's lack of skill. This fight will prove that hype cannot replace preparation and natural talent in boxing.
Told me he is looking like a beast in camp for this fight because he would have put everything into this camp. But it doesn't mean that can always translate in a ring when you get to the back end of your career. He's had loads of injuries. He's definitely coming to the end of his career.
Eddie Hearn highlighted how real training and quality sparring shape a fighter's performance, something Jake Paul clearly lacks. Anthony Joshua benefits from disciplined camp routines and high-level sparring partners, giving him unmatched readiness. Fans saw the leaked KO and understand that Paul's supposed preparation is insufficient. Joshua's experience allows him to capitalize on weaknesses that Paul cannot even identify. Every punch, feint, and defensive move is learned through repetition and high-quality opposition, which Paul misses entirely. The gap between hype and real skill is enormous. and Joshua's advantage grows every session. Fans will witness how proper preparation and elite sparring turn Anthony Joshua into a completely dominant force against overhyped opponents.
In camp, living in camp, training with him day in, day out. And it made a big difference in the fight. So I think he knows that the way that he's going to improve is time in the gym and also the quality of sparring.
Tommy Fury's statement perfectly captures the reality of Jake Paul's shortcomings. Anthony Joshua operates on another level entirely. Paul cannot compete with Joshua's power, timing, or boxing IQ. The leaked sparring KO proves how fragile Paul is under real pressure. Fans already see the vast difference between social media bravado and true boxing skill. Joshua's dominance is inevitable, and Paul's hype cannot shield him. Even minimal resistance from Joshua would devastate Paul. The fight will be a clear exhibition of why experience, strength, and technical mastery are far superior to viral fame. Every fan watching the build-up understands Paul is severely outmatched and will struggle from the opening bell.
But if I can beat Jake Paul, then excuse my French, what the fuck is Anthony Joshua going to do to Jake Paul? I think my dad said that AJ could beat him with his prick, and I completely will back that up. Even if AJ had a broken arm in there, it still wouldn't go past it.
Frank Warren praised real fighters who know what they face, highlighting why Anthony Joshua's experience is unmatched. Jake Paul may be a licensed boxer, but the leaked KO shows he lacks the mindset to handle a true heavyweight. Fans can see Joshua's preparation and skill far exceed Paul's overhyped image. Every move Joshua makes in the ring demonstrates calculated strategy, timing, and power. Paul's belief in himself is tested when facing someone like Joshua, who has faced world-class opponents and dominated. The fight will be a brutal lesson in what true boxing skill looks like. Social media fame cannot replace elite training, intelligence, and ring awareness.
It's a dangerous fight. Of course, it's a dangerous fight. But I'm not here to be there selling their show. I've got no interest in the fighters from that perspective. I just think that he is a licensed boxer. He trains. He knows what he's getting involved with. He's not an idiot. And he knows what he's going to be up against, but he must believe in himself to do it.
Tony Bellew pointed out the massive size and power advantage Anthony Joshua has over Jake Paul. Paul's lighter frame and lack of real experience are glaring weaknesses. Fans have already seen the leaked KO, confirming Paul's vulnerability. Joshua's superior strength, reach, and ring IQ create an insurmountable gap. Every jab, punch, and movement from Joshua will punish Paul immediately. Paul's social media bravado cannot survive when faced with a true heavyweight like Joshua. Fans are witnessing a mismatch that goes beyond hype, showing that elite preparation and size dominate flashy confidence and untested skills in the boxing ring.
Anthony Joshua, who's now 5 inches bigger than you, maybe more, or 4 or 5 inches, and about 100 pounds heavier. You just don't go from there right up to there. I don't believe it. And I won't believe it until the two of them got 10-ounce gloves on in a boxing ring. Because if Anthony Joshua puts 10-ounce gloves on and gets in a boxing ring and Jake Paul is in the other corner, this won't last.
The leaked sparring footage of Jake Paul being knocked out has sent shockwaves through the boxing world and confirmed what many fans suspected. He is nowhere near ready to face a true heavyweight like Anthony Joshua. Joshua's combination of power, skill, and experience puts him on a completely different level. Every movement in the ring is calculated, every punch delivered with precision, and every defensive adjustment made instinctively. Paul, on the other hand, relies on hype, social media confidence, and a few viral moments that cannot withstand the reality of a professional boxing ring. The KO footage proves that his preparation is superficial and his ability to absorb pressure is limited. Anthony Joshua's discipline, time spent in camp, and elite sparring partners have forged a fighter who can exploit every weakness. Fans watching understand that social media bravado and flashy training clips cannot replace actual skill and ring intelligence. The size, strength, and technical advantage Joshua has is overwhelming. If Joshua performs as expected, it will be a masterclass in dominance. Paul may dream of an upset, but the odds are overwhelmingly in Joshua's favor. Do you think Jake Paul can survive the full fight against Anthony Joshua? Comment below and join the debate.